Good morning, Greg. Good morning, everybody. The Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival is only a few hours away from hosting ABC Network Correspondent Linsey Davis as its guest of honor for this year's Leadership Community Award. But first, she's here with us on Positively Tampa Bay. Good morning, everybody. The Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival has 10 days of community events happening across the entire area. This afternoon's leadership luncheon will spotlight a member of our ABC News family, the Emmy award-winning network correspondent Linsey Davis. She'll deliver this year's keynote. Our Dia Riley will be the mistress of ceremony. And this is a special time in Linsey's life. She is sharing the story of how her son inspired her to write a book when he was just 2 years old. That children's book enchanting families across the country. It's called The World is Awake, and we are delighted to have Linsey joining us in the studio with more this morning. Welcome.
Thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So many folks are used to seeing you on the network news talking about not so nice stories.
Right.
And they're surprised to know that you wrote a children's book over a year ago.
You know, I think that I've always considered myself to be a storyteller. It's just that I was doing a lot of doom and gloom, and I still had this desire and creative juices to do some uplifting work. And my son then, having my son, I decided, you know, this is what I really want to do as far as a children's book, but I just didn't know what I would write about. And we were in the car one day when he was around 2, and out of nowhere he said, "Mommy, does God open up the flowers?" And so I was so pleased by his curiosity and ability to make that connection between God and nature, and so I decided that's what it is. That's what I'm going to write about. He really planted the seed.
What is the mission of this book in particular? You really make a distinction between faith and nature and bringing them together for toddlers, for young children.
Right, and that's something that I don't talk about, you know, during the news in general day to day. And so this was an opportunity I felt to make that connection for my son, and not only for him, but for all young children, to make a gentle introduction to who God is by showing kind of the wonder and the blessings and the miracles all around us that they see day by day. I mean, certainly we have lots of, you know, biblically based books at home, but I think that a lot of that is a little bit lofty for a young child. So
yes,
this is a way to just say, yes, look at all of God's creations, the bumblebees and the rainbows and the chipmunks and the things that still excite a young person.
So last night you had your book signing here in the Tampa Bay area. How did us Tampañons treat you?
Oh, wonderful. You guys have been, you know, it's truly the warmth and everything that we don't have. It's freezing in New York. But anyway, that really kind of emanated from everyone. It was everybody was so kind and so just warm and really friendly. I appreciate the support.
I'm sure there are lots of selfies floating around
yes,
now.
Yes,
we are so
sure.
delighted that you are the keynote speaker at the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival luncheon, and we look forward to hearing you. Dia and I will be there in a short time, so thank you again for coming.
Thank you for having me. I so look forward to it.
And if you would like to learn more about all the events being hosted by the Tampa Bay Black Heritage Festival until the 20th of January, you can visit them online anytime for a full listing at tampabblackheritage.org.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Lakeland Chrysler Dodge Jeep on I-4 Exit 31.